I can't help but notice the homeschool community around me. I feel like the Lord has been so gracious to me to put so many people, veteran homeschool moms, in my life, because I have had so many conversations with moms that raised and they're done with their kids and they homeschooled them the whole way through, way before I started homeschooling, and just that their tips and their wisdom, can you get that, baby, really saved me, I think, from a lot. Of course, I still have my panic moments of, am I doing enough? Oh my goodness, of course. That's normal. And of course, I still get tempted to want to look into a million other things and see what else there is out there. And you know what? Like, I say all of this coming from me, my experience. You may not agree or relate to this in any way, and that's totally fine. If you like a crazy amount of stuff to pick from, and if you like to have a just a lot complication, and you love organizing and being super intricate and complicated, then cool, that's your personality. Go with it, roll with it, swing with it. That's your thing. I'm not like that. I'm very like, tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it and be done, So thankfully, I think that if I hadn't known so many veteran homeschool moms and hadn't had so many great conversations with them, that I would have been a very, very rigid homeschool mom. Get up at this time, get dressed at this time, sit down this way, do it this way now, da, da, da. That's how I would have been. And I would have probably fallen into the trap of wanting to make homeschool like school, which is totally contrary to why you're doing homeschool, right? So I would have fallen into that trap. But thankfully, I got so many wonderful things rolling around in my brain from conversations I've had. One that I cling to always, and I've shared with you guys, I just think that I need to hear it all the time, so I'm sure you need to hear it too, is if you just focus on teaching your children the love of learning, the love of reading, then they will go and discover the things that you're not going to have time to teach them. You can't teach them everything. There's no way, right? There is no way. So teach them the joy and the love of reading and learning, and then they'll go explore their interests later when you're done, and when they're able to, even before you're done. So that's really been great for me. Also, I hear moms that have already like finished say if they could do it all over again, they would have just focused on handwriting, reading, and math. And that's like crazy to me, because that's what I spend, like, let's finish this so we can get to the good stuff, where obviously that's their personality, and mine is I want to be like totally engrossed in the nature stuff, in the literature, in the art stuff, in the music stuff. That's where I get super excited. History, oh my goodness, that's my like passion. Today we did history and we have had a blast. Sure, we had fun doing math and reading this morning too, but History Day is our favorite. So that, that's my personality. I want to like get the math and the writing and the reading out of the way first thing in the morning. Of course, we take the time we need to do it, and to do it well, and to know that they're catching on and they know what they're doing. And I try to make it fun, but the good stuff is later, like nature study, biography, history, all that stuff is so good. So that is interesting to me, that they say, oh, just do handwriting, reading, and math, and the rest will come later. That's wild. And then the other thing that I see, that this could be your personality, and if it is, cool, go with it. But for me, it is not my personality. I don't like, and maybe this happened for me because the first curriculum I've tried has been so awesome for us. So I haven't had to tap into a million things because we just found our fit first time, first try. So we do Charlotte Mason, and I absolutely adore it. And there's nothing I would change about it. I don't want to add to it. I don't want to take away from it. I love it, love it, love it. And I feel like it's a very complete and very well-rounded and everything that we enjoy. And so maybe that has something to do with it, but there are so many things out there, so many curriculums, so many things, and I just cannot deal with all that. It is too much for my taste. I'm the kind of person that does not like to shop in places like Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx, not because they don't have beautiful stuff, but because those racks, oh my goodness, the first 10 things I'm having an anxiety attack and I want to run out of the store. Forget shopping. I want to go and like have it all displayed and I'll say, I like that and that. Now let's get out of here, you know? But that searching drives me nuts, but that's just my personality. You might love researching and looking into stuff and reading up on everything and figuring out what works for you. I went to my 10 friends that homeschool. I was like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You know me. What do you think would go well with me? Cool, I'm going to look into it. Whoa, you were right. I'm doing that. And that was it, you know? So that's how simple it was for me, but that's because I am not a researcher. Well, for some things, when it doesn't seem so complicated and there's so much, then I like researching. Like if I want to research why dairy is healthy for you or not healthy for you, that's fine. But homeschool curriculums and 80,000 pop up, that's what I can't handle. It's too much. So I just want to show you how ridiculously simple I keep it, you guys, because people spend a lot of money on homeschool, and I just think, especially for these years, I don't know what lies ahead because I'm not that experienced. This is my second year. I have a 6 and a 7-year-old. I don't know. But people spend a lot of money, and I have spent next to nothing on homeschooling. I've done it 2 ways. I use the library for everything, and whatever's not at the library, I get free online. So I read off my phone, off of the Baldwin Project. Free books in their entirety. It's amazing. So I just read our entire history lesson off my phone, and we're done for the day, and I didn't have to buy a history book, you know? So I've saved a lot of money that way. I did not buy a handwriting curriculum because to me, you may need that, but to me, I just don't understand why you would need that. Why can't you teach your child to write an A like that? Like, I just don't understand why, you know. It just adds so much time to all of it too. Whenever there's tools to use, they might be really cool and fun, but I would rather take 5 minutes in handwriting than 20 because I'm using a cool curriculum. I want to get that out of the way. So that's just my style. So that's how I keep handwriting super simple. Bible, just read the Bible together. It's not really even part of our school, it's part of life, but we read it together. Bible memory, just read it straight from the Bible. Got a Bible already. Poetry, phone, free online, or books at the library. You know, we do both. Poetry memorization, I just pick a poem. I'm saying we're memorizing this one, and we start working through it. Penmanship, I get my whiteboard, I make my lines across the thing, I write it, and I give them their handwriting paper and pencil, and I say, copy that. And they copy it, and I observe to make sure that they're writing their letters the correct way, and if they are, awesome. And that's it, you know. Reading and math, I invested in curriculums, and again, my first try, I loved them. So that might not be everybody's story, and that's where, you know, we might be different, and that's okay. But Math UC, we love it, and it works great for us. And Hooked on Phonics, we love it, and it works great for us. My kids have learned to read so well and so fast. They've given me no problems at all. So that's been great. And then Spanish, I speak Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish. I've been every day, you know, we say good morning. Today is the day of the week, the day of the month, the year in Spanish. We have a little conversation in Spanish. We sing a few songs in Spanish. We do the ABCs, the months, the days of the week, and we count in Spanish. So we do that as a review. And then we add new sentences and objects around the house and stuff and action verbs and all that stuff. So that's all I do for Spanish. I did not invest in a curriculum. I tried to, but it turned out to be like this thing I couldn't use, so it was a waste of money. So I just make it up, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And then nature study, I did invest in a nature study, the Nature Study Handbook, recommended by Charlotte Mason curriculum, so I have that. But I read Burgess Bird Book online. I read, yeah, so pretty much all the books for all of the subjects, literature, natural science, history, all of that stuff. I do library and phone, and then my timeline cards, because my friend is awesome, she gifted them to me. She had an extra set, so she gave them to me. So that was a blessing, but I would have probably bought them. So all in all, I've invested next to nothing, and I have very little stuff. Like seriously, I have a whiteboard that I just put in my school closet every day and pull it out. I have the Matthew C. blocks and the Hooked on Phonics materials. I have a basket of art supplies, a map, a big old map, and some flashcards. Flashcards are $1, you guys. Dollar store, Target. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money. And that's pretty much it, you know. I have a map puzzle that was free at our church when we were cleaning it out when we moved into our new building. Construction paper, glue. That's it, you guys. It doesn't have to be complicated. People think that they have to like go all out and get everything in the world, and then it just becomes a headache and overwhelming and not fun. Not fun for me. You may love that. You may love stars and stickers and pencils and squares and a million trillion intricate things. Not me. I'm like, sit down, let's do this, let's move on. So just wanted to share that for those of you that want to do homeschooling but are fearful of or intimidated by the, it doesn't have to be that way. You can keep it so ridiculously simple. I taught my kids all their letters and all their phonics with dollar store flashcards, and I could have made them, but they were $1, so I just got them. So all their lowercase, uppercase, and phonics from flashcards. I taught them all their shapes and colors from toys, you know, and yeah. So anyway, you could do it too, because you're their mama. And you have been gifted in a special, unique way to teach your children. They are yours.